What's going on, Radcon Dad? How you doing today?
Oh, probably just echoing. Doing great.
You're not echoing. I got you. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to each and every one of you watching live over on Twitch.tv, Facebook, DLive, Theta, YouTube.com, and Twitter.com/The Sandbox Game. Hola, KG, over on YouTube. Good morning from India, Shriram. Good morning. Today, March 24, 2022, 7:08 p.m. Good night, Thiago, joining us. Good night for you, Sod Austin, over on YouTube. Got a lot of people hanging out, friends. And here at the Sandbox Game, of course, we are going to be discussing the Alpha Season 2 as we are in the last week of the Alpha Season. I think officially today, as I'm looking at my dates here, that is right.
We got 7 days, yeah.
The 31st will be the close. It may be March 25th, 2022, where you are if you're joining us from India, if you're joining us in the South Asia Pacific, if you're joining us in Australia, Africa, all of the Eurozone, friends. It's the last week of Alpha Season 2. And on this live stream, when we are not in an Alpha Season, we will play the games that you created in the Sandbox Game Maker and give you feedback that helps you create games to get ready for the full user-generated content release of the Metaverse. Right now, let's talk Sandbox Game. Here at the Sandbox Game, if you don't already know, we have an asset creation software called VoxEdit where you can design NFTs that you can later mint over on the website at sandbox.game, or we also allow you to create games and participate in game jams and other sorts of events as we build the future of the Metaverse right here. You can download the Sandbox Game Maker or VoxEdit completely free over at the website at sandbox.game. And friends, Tailbear LLC says, Sandbox National Holiday. I'm going to call it an international holiday. 3/31/2022. All right. And Crawford over on YouTube.com hits back on an announcement we made yesterday saying, I did the entire Dracula map for the third time just to get that precious green check, because whether you win yourself an Alpha Season 2 pass or not, if you can 100% complete the 197 total quests available in the duration of Alpha Season 2, you will get an airdrop reward of Polygon M Sand tokens on the Polygon network direct to your The Sandbox Game wallet. But let's talk news, Conrad. And in the meantime, as chat is bringing it in,
we're already past 500 messages here. Chat's concerned about if there's going to be a question today on what color my t-shirt is.
Those are not the questions that I have today, because
they're very excited about that one.
I submitted all of the winners from last week, and I have a question for you, chat. If you were a winner last week, do you at this time already have the ability to claim your Alpha Season 2 pass? I'd like to know, because I had one user report that they could not claim the pass yet, and somebody in the chat already said yes, but we'll see. Yes, Sighart says yes. Okay. So, if for some reason you didn't have that opportunity to do so, please send me a message, because I want to make sure that gets sorted out. I have a list of all the winners that I have announced on this live stream in the last week, so it's all good. But we want to make sure that you can, and I'm still going to be doing giveaways for this entire week as we lead into the raffle giveaway as well. So, yes, some folks saying they could not claim. If you're having an issue with that, you can send me a direct message on Discord, and we will try to sort it out for you. But that's only for those people. Caveat here. Put your support tickets typically over on our Discord. But for people who specifically won awards on this live stream so far, I'm going to try to make sure that we got you taken care of. Maybe there's something simple that you know, a different way to refresh or something like that. And before we get into our first giveaway of this show, which there will be 4, by the way, because some people who won on the live show actually won in the raffle. And so their live show win now gets to go to someone else because they were super lucky people. So there was a couple super lucky winners this week. And so I got some feedback from my guy Max, who puts those 2 whitelists together. And so we'll do a couple extra giveaways here on this show today. But let's talk about news here, Conrad. And in the meantime, if you folks have questions that you would like to ask, please put in the chat the word question and then your question so that Conrad can easily see it, as we are probably over 1,000 comments already today. Chat is hype.
Oh, I still do my best to snag them out. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Like, for instance, Soul Cancer here, Joe, wants to know, there's a bit of an argument today in the Discord on whether or not the 100% reward would be, like, what that would actually entail. Do we know what that 100% reward is?
We know that it is a
reward.
sand token drop. It's a sand token airdrop. That's what we know. Or at least that's what I can announce. Obviously there are full details on like that exact quantity, but nonetheless, it's meant to be a special surprise for those people.
Okay.
And
Soul Cancer says, I need to know exactly how much I'm sand, because we're talking about redoing the whole meta dungeon.
That's crazy, dog. That's wild. I can say that the sandbox hasn't done you bad yet. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's true.
All right, let's see here. Question: I won an alpha pass on Panda Stream last Thursday, but I haven't received it yet. Do you have any idea if I should wait more or not? Insanity961. I don't think you should have to wait more. So if you're having an issue with that, then maybe send Panda a message. Maybe it's possible that she didn't get it into the form on time. So she could pull it back up directly on the web browser, or we have a special group board for that. It may be that I could probably find it, but we'll get it sorted. Just make sure you message them and see where we can go from there. Also, I want to give a special message here. Just to JazzWolf24 over on Twitter.com. Twitch, I'm sorry. You're hanging out over on Twitch today. JazzWolf24, I see you. I recognize your efforts. And we'll see where that goes. All right. Thank you for being a good community member. I appreciate you.
JazzWolf. They're always doing good stuff.
All right, so let's get on with the news here. And in the meantime, once again, leave your AMA questions in the chat, and those will get addressed before the end of the show as we go through into the metaverse and play some games. All right, but the news first, right here on the screen. As you can see, we're having a private gaming event in Paris next Monday. This is your chance to get an exclusive POAP NFT, the Sandbox merch, and play in-game challenges with the team in Paris. If you're interested, please RSVP by using the link in the next tweet. Check it out over at twitter.com/thesandboxgame if you live in the Eurozone or you're willing to travel to Paris next week. You want to hang out with the team. I live in the United States, so you won't see myself or Conrad there, but you probably see some folks, some very prominent folks in the community, maybe people you never knew were there, and could learn some interesting new insights from the team directly. There's a lot of great people on the team, and I would be very excited to be hanging out there. If I lived anywhere in Europe, I probably would go, like, instantly. Also, if you're joining us from the Japan region right now, you have an exclusive raffle NFT available only to the residents of Japan who won in the raffle and or passed level 5 in the Sandbox Alpha Season 2. The Amaterasu.
You said that right.
Okay. All right. I was working on it. You know what I mean? I just, on the fly here. This special edition NFT is available to those folks in the Japanese region because they have special restrictions in Japan that will not allow them to win an alpha pass in that region. So, it's pretty cool, you know, finding other ways, finding other ways to make that play to earn mechanic work. And it is a very cool looking asset. I'm actually like a little jealous, Right. I have to pick one up on secondary myself, you know.
Amaterasu is one of my favorite goddesses in mythology. So
Nice.
it's a real fun story. So, but regardless, back to the sandbox.
All right, we got a Creator Fund March highlight as well. The best assets from March 2022 made by the Creator Fund. All right. You can log into the Sandbox Marketplace on March 26th at 3 p.m. UTC if you're interested in picking up any of these. There's a little 1-minute trailer here for you on some of our greatest creations from within the community. Let me turn that quality up, Doc. Get that quality up here real quick.
Ooh.
Hey, you like that Scorpion gaming bed?
That's fun, yeah.
The Robo Cook. That's where I'm at. All right. Give me a Robo Cook.
Oh, this red beast. It's a displacer. That was a displacer beast. Straight up D&D.
Straight up D&D. Golden Blade Throne.
Oh, yeah, Golden Blade Throne.
Yeah,
we're not hinting at anything here. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. Giant sewer rat though. That's some real D&D right there. All right.
Gotta have the sewer rat.
Flight clock. That's pretty cool. This one is my favorite personally. This fighter plane. And I'm gonna go back. I wanna look at this in particular because I want to highlight something about this fighter plane as you're looking at it, because this does something with voxels that a lot of people don't do, and that is it actually has a minimal number of faces to it. Because they took the voxels and they made a lot of flat planes, and then they assembled those flat planes together to make a plane, an airplane, but like by essentially clicking together all these voxel components. And I thought it was a really interesting design because it looks very clean. Things look relatively rounded. It reminds me of like the kind of fighter plane you might see on a Nintendo 64, right? But it's very interesting to see this type of design done with VoxEdit, and I would love to see this kind of stuff. It reminds me of the asset that you sent me the other day that Alex created long ago that had like these what seemed like circular edges, but still done
right
with the VoxEdit software. So it's very interesting. And obviously, all these assets are great. Like, look at the mechanisms that were on that last unit right here. This kind of like clockwork that's going on. A cute toaster. Pop up that toaster. Butterfly gate.
That is cool.
That's super cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the March highlights.
Oh.
And you can check out the definitely.
That gate was
Displacer,
definitely not
right?
Displacer Beast.
Yeah. The red beast, you know. There's so many cool things in this particular run of assets that I'm excited to see some of them come into the metaverse in all their different respects. Like, how can you use these different things? Like the perpetual lamp, great, you know, movement. It's got a fantastic like sci-fi element to it, right? The God Eye Shrine reminds me of something that you would see in like that evil castle or whatnot, you know, very, very Lord of the Rings-esque, but not, you know, not quite there. And you just so many great assets designed here. So very, very cool to see those things come through. And once again, those are available on March 26th inside the Sandbox Marketplace. If you are designing a game or experience or an art showcase or something like that inside the Sandbox game, but you aren't the artist type, you can pick them up inside the marketplace soon. And once again, they are NFT assets, so they're collectible, tradable. You can do whatever you want with them. So if you decide 2 years from now that it doesn't work with the style you're going for, of course, you can always resell it on third-party or first-party marketplaces as the Sandbox Marketplace starts to open to more users. The next bit, Rad Condad. I'm not going to get to that yet. You know why?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I just feel like giving stuff away.
Oh, already. Well, we do have 4 of them to give away, so.
We got 5 total. We're going to do 4 alpha passes here today. One of them right now in the chat. Over on twitch.tv and youtube.com, you can fill out this form, and soon over on our 4 different Facebook outlets. You can fill out this form if you'd like to be eligible to win an Alpha Season 2 pass. This is one of the last ways that you can win a pass. We don't have daily contests going on anymore. We're just giving them away right here and on raffle day. And that is what we're talking about here on the screen. We're having a party in the metaverse and everyone's invited. Send us your clips of your best or fun or funny or worst failure moments during the Sandbox Alpha Season 2 for a chance to appear in our end of season montage. Come join the fun on Raffle Day on the 31st of March at 3 p.m. UTC. We have a 5-hour block planned of content, if I recall correctly. I was filling out a form for my availability. It's starting at 8 a.m. my local time. I'm super excited to hang out with you guys. We're going to have like 10, I think, different faces on the screen. Some of them you've never seen before. You know, it's a big party. We're having a lot of fun doing it. A lot of different stuff is planned for it. So hang out with us.
We're gonna be streaming with some people we've never streamed before. It's gonna be a great time.
That's right. One of my good friends,
all of these streams are gonna be mixed together,
joining us.
Fantastic.
That's right. We're gonna mix them up. I'm gonna be, whether you see my face or not on the screen at any particular moment, I will definitely be there the whole time, because I'm gonna run on the production side to make sure that we can bring in our friends here, give them a call number. They call into the show. They join us from anywhere around the world. So I'm super excited to see that. And then that's it. That's it for now.
That's it for now. Alrighty.
That's it for now.
While this forum's out.
Yes, sir.
We got some questions, for instance. In order to get that airdrop at the end of the month, if we get 100%, do we have to have that alpha pass in order to claim the reward?
No. As it is an airdrop, it is not a claim. So what you will need is for these quests, when you highlight an area, right? Let's highlight one that's not released yet. The race maze is a good example here. So I click on race maze. If you want to have an idea of what you must do, each one of these different territories here, these NFT spaces, experiences of all kinds, must have their quest completed. So they'll have this little green check mark like the Hidden Village does when you've done all the quests on them. So the two notable kind of more difficult experiences to complete are the Dracula's Castle that has 34 quests. And you can see when I did it live here on the show, I got 8 of them done out of 34. And there has been some updates for ease of access for users lately. It isn't meant to be a super easy quest to do, but rather this is one of our Game Maker Fund supported experiences created by somebody just like you. So if you can complete all of those quests, all the quests and all the experiences, then you have completed the alpha and you will receive this reward for a completionist event. So if I am going to get this reward, I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to play Dracula's Castle. I got to play Missing Parts. I haven't even had a chance to go to the Fun Guys Kingdom because I'm trying to play the new stuff that comes out here on the show. And we had a lot going on. I finished Border Town of Tang Dynasty, but I didn't get Meta Dungeon complete because at the end, there's some of those parkour challenges. Yeah, they are more challenging, but you can do it. Yes.
This does immediately go into my next question, which is, so there's some confusion. Do we need to do those game jam games?
You don't.
There are some mods on Discord claiming we do.
Okay.
So we might have to clarify that one and get that around.
I'll definitely go back to the ambassadors and the mods to make sure that I clarify, because the developer who's in charge of the back-end software that determines whether you completed 100% or not confirmed it is only for quests. So technically, you don't have to complete these events, but you can get a check mark simply for visiting the areas. So if you want to feel good, you know what I mean? Just open it up, give it a run. They're fun. They're good games. They're created by people like you in Game Jam Alpha Season 2 Game Jam, that they were all top 10 competitors, and they're great experiences to enjoy. In fact, Alex is going to be playing on Saturday, Dragon Rock live here on the show as well in the morning, my time, morning. All right. T. Spankster says, question, when will today's contest winners be distributed? If you won today, T. Spankster, it would be distributed on Raffle Day.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, got any other questions for us, Conrad? I'm going to load up the All-Track Garrison.
Questions.
All right, let's go.
Just going through, reading some of our friends here, trying to catch up to chat. Oh, man. Did we have a winner?
Not yet.
We're still filling out?
Nope. I got 606
Oh.
responses and 588 people in the chat, so I shut it down.
Ooh.
All right. Just to make sure we get a little extra, we always give a little extra space so those folks on Twitter can come over, because I know that they do that.
We got a hydration in the chat here from Bengali.
Thank
you so much, sir.
A very large hydrate today.
Do you really?
You can't see it though, because it's Mountain Dew.
That's hilarious. Our friend Dimebag Daryl's having trouble with his map. He can't quite see everything. Do you have any suggestions for him?
I not overtly. Can you send like a screenshot into the Discord? Maybe we could figure out what's going on.
Right. You might have to just zoom out your page a little bit. Sometimes it does have some adjustments there, as we are in an alpha.
Yeah.
Well,
as,
Joe,
a user asked in the chat really quick. I want to address this one. RX7801 says, "Do we have a Twitter contest already? We're not going to have any more Twitter contests through the duration of the alpha. So your only chance to get additional passes is either through the raffle or right here on this live stream."
Right. And Wes6345, you forget that we are streaming to Twitch, Theta, DLive, Twitter, YouTube. It's not just the 320 of you over there on Twitch.
That's true.
We're everywhere.
But you know, Conrad, who is streaming on, or who's watching live on Twitch? You know who's watching live on Twitch right now, Conrad? Kwong Lee, K. Wong Lee, 0924 over on twitch.tv, who answered the security question. What year is it? 2022. Thank you. You're our winner of the first of 4 alpha season passes given away on this live stream. Woo! Excite.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So let's get into some
Congratulations, friend.
It's a quest and get the questions. Let's go. I'm going to go try to grab every exclamation mark first as a priority.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. And on to another burning question from the chat.
Right.
Are the Twitter contest winners delayed for this week? There's a rumor going around that supposedly they're going to be available on contest day, so on the 31st. But when will these Twitter contest winners be notified?
Well, the email notification goes out when you receive your whitelist. So if you were a Twitter contest winner and you aren't currently able to claim, or you haven't been notified, then yeah, that would confirm that there would be some sort of delay, but I haven't heard of any delay specifically. And there's a lot of people, new people in chat, who have mentioned so far that they have been winning, but quite frankly, I could be wrong as Joe, because I have received my pass, and so I'm kind of looking to the community a little bit for confirmation as to whether they received. And I see some people said earlier that they did in fact receive claims for passes they won this week on this stream, which makes me believe that those Twitter contests that won last week have already been distributed. But nonetheless, if you did win in the contest, don't worry, rest assured, your quest progress is really all that matters. Your key will be distributed to you, or your access to mint the pass will be distributed to you. So no stress, no stress. It's there. We have a lot of ambassadors already. The ambassadors doing all that hard work are meant to be receiving the alpha pass as well, as a reward for helping the community as things go. And they haven't received theirs yet either, to my understanding, and that's okay. That's fine. They'll get theirs as things go. So it was, a dedicated allocation to those separate from the raffle. All right.
You forgot to find Deadmau5. Supposedly you went right past him.
Did I? Oh, I didn't even. I was just on my Voxelite game.
Right. You concentrated.
Getting hype. Focus. I gotta go get this one right here. Let me get that. Wait, was he down here?
I'm unsure. I was reading chat, unfortunately. But our friend wants to know once again, do we need MSAN to receive the airdrop from completing full quests? And full quests does count as just the green check marks. Oh, congratulations, you found him. Just the green question, just the green check mark. Yeah. It's all you're looking for. And you do not need MSAN to receive the airdrop, as the airdrop is not a claim, as Joe previously explained for me. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like it.
It's free stuff.
I like it.
And Mr. Dangerous, so far we know that there is going to be an MSAN reward. It does say rewards though, so I'm not sure if they're considering 2 sand rewards, though. Sandbox hasn't failed me before, so I don't think that's going to be the case.
It's definitely a larger allocation than 2. You know what I mean? Like,
right, right.
But okay, what do we got over there? I'm feeling the quest. I'm feeling the flow of the quest right now. What do we got for questions? People. You know what I mean? What do we got for questions?
Already getting back onto it. Candidly Christian, about a half an hour ago, wanted to know, when are the Retro Game Jam Awards? Did we miss that? Are they...
we didn't miss it. They were scheduled for April somewhere. Okay. You can see it inside the article on Medium. So I think it's... I think there's
a little planned out after the alpha
this week. Let's check it out. I'm going to go over to Medium.
Thank you.
Right.
Usually, Wes, we stream for an hour and a half, though we've been typically going over that as well.
All right. So the Retro Gaming Game Jam was scheduled, results being announced on the 26th of March. So I was a little bit off. That would be on Saturday. I need to get the full details from Mr. Andy Ritchie, who is in charge of that particular part of the program. And yeah, then we can have a show. Have a show of it, dude. I'm not going to be as fast as the tweet I saw earlier where somebody was speedrunning this like a champion.
Oh, I saw that. They were skipping over everything.
Was it even this one? I don't even know. There we go. I got through to the end pretty quick. Okay. Feeling good. Feeling good about that particular parkour jump, you know?
That's pretty good. Not Jackie Chan's calling me out, says, "What do you mean you were reading chat, unfortunately?" It's just because I wasn't watching these skills here. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
we all have our bills over here.
We all have our ticks, our little things that we say. I try very, very consciously not to say because a lot of people do that. I always felt like that was unnecessary. Just leave the air there, you know. And that's unfortunately is one of Conrad's the same way that he'll say regardless a lot.
Regardless is my probably unfortunately one of my favorite words.
But regardless, he'll say all the time. It's pretty good. You guys will note it after a while. Hey, speaking of
catch on to it now that it's been pointed out.
Where's my duck friend?
Where are your ducks at?
Is there still a duck over here?
Get him in a row.
Hey, what up? What's up, duck?
Are all the Wizzy hats gone?
No. Joe, still have some green ones. And don't worry.
Do we have any more giveaways today for that?
Yes. There will be one Wizzy hat given away on this live stream if you'd like an NFT that you can wear inside any combat-based experience or single-player experience in the Sandbox game. That Wizzy the Green Lucky hat will go out later on this stream. But first, we got to do alpha passes, friend. We got passes today. Because there were some lucky people this week who won in the raffle. And then I sent over my list of people who, not the raffle, but the Twitter contest. And then I sent over my list of people who won in the live stream. And my friend Max said, this person already won, this person already won, this person already won. So I'm doing the extra giveaways here on this show. And you know what? Let's do another one while we look for some more questions here.
Oh, don't even gotta look. I'm just sorting them, that's all.
It's a lot of work. All right, here we go, folks. This is your second out of 4 chances to win an Alpha Season 2 pass on this live stream here today. So make sure you fill out that form going out on youtube.com, twitch.tv, and facebook.com. If you're watching over on Twitter or any other platform, DLive Theta, step on over. Fill out the form. As soon as I reach about 650 entries based on the number of people that are watching live right now, I will close down that form and we will draw from that pool of about 650 users right now. Hey, what's up? Hey.
You should be able to check the claim button on the page, on the actual Sandbox page, if you've won a pass as well. That is another way to check in case you put in the wrong email address or something like that.
That's
And
true.
yes,
If
it
you
does.
if you didn't put
Go
an
ahead.
email or didn't have the right one, yeah, absolutely. You'll want to. Did I do all the quests here already? Am I that fast? Did I just smash through everything I could possibly do? Let's check the website. Check it out here. I've got 3 out of 4. Okay. So I'm missing one.
We're almost there.
Oh, the Voxelite. Silly.
And yes, it does seem that the Twitter contest rewards have not been sent out for this week. So
okay, so that makes sense. That would also make sense as to why a user, one of our, forget exactly which winner it was earlier, but the wife of Paniolone over here, hanging out in Hawaii, won on one of our live streams. And they had reported that they weren't able to claim it yet, which means it confirms a suspicion that I had that distribution wasn't sent out early in the day. They were probably waiting to make sure, as this was the last distribution.
Right.
Hopefully it goes out tomorrow morning. But if it doesn't, then don't worry. We've got it in the upcoming raffle. And once again, you're still completing your quests, all the same, and you're going to have an opportunity to claim that sand token regardless, because nice. As as it goes down, it's all whitelist sort of information anyway. All right, let's see. Do I have all of the voxelite here? Did I miss any in this area? I kind of speed ran through here, trying to look from the high heights. Woo! Oh, I fell off. Okay. Maybe chat could help me out.
I do think that the emails were sent out, but I don't think the actual passes were sent. That's the thing.
Okay.
So
yeah, so if you received a pass and for some reason you can't claim that, then that's because they are two different groups that do that. One of them sends forward the whitelist and one of them essentially turns it on. So it may have been that somebody was out of office today that would need to turn that on, but we'll get it sorted out for you in a short form. Yes. Well, yeah, not only that, but we're also at the Game Developers Conference right now going on. So there's a lot of those in-office folks may not be in office at this time, in which case it's still all good. Don't worry about that. You're still going to have things get completed as expected before the end of this season. Get those rewards anyway. All right, I got 39. I'm hoping number 40 is up this. Oh, there we go. Boop, boop. Check. And check. Good stuff. Oh, there's more
Rock 808. Rock 808 asked a while ago. The Sandbox homepage says players who completed 100% of the Alpha 2 will get surprise rewards. We notice that the plural word rewards is there. Is it just going to be one M-Sand airdrop, or is it a typo?
It may be interpretive. I'm going to say that what I have confirmed here on the show is what I can confirm here on the show. Rewards being a number of sand. I guess I'm not going to out that. Is a number greater than 1. And
you do know.
With that, you know what I mean? And with that,
he does know, folks.
Oh, what? What happened?
You do know the amount of reward.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I can't.
Oh, beans! That's what I was getting.
Folks. I can't do it, Conrad. You're trying to make it slip. We're not doing that here. All right.
Well, I almost had him.
Not gonna do it, chat. Not gonna do it.
All right. As we didn't get those beans,
can't do it.
We do have another question from Hey, which is over on YouTube. It says, how do you guys grow beards?
Usually involuntarily. You know what I mean?
I just
Like
look away and it happened.
If I could just reach like a certain length and just stop, that'd be great. Just be like, knock it off, face. You stop it. You know?
Yeah, right.
Be good.
It's
also,
itchy.
if I could look at other parts of my face and be like, right here, start. Just do it. Don't think about it. Like under here, also, like just do it. Like actually grow. Yeah.
Right.
Can't do it. Can't do it. It's a struggle.
So, Believe Hernandez 16. I would love to see multiplayer experiences with raid bosses and things like that. It's up to you in the community to make stuff like that over on the Game Maker.
And in the Game Maker, your software will be updated in the future to allow multiplayer interactivity so that you could affect things in that way. At this time, that's not quite ready. But in the future, it will be. So don't worry about that. We're only in alpha version 0.6.23 right now, and there's a lot going on. GoZFly over on YouTube.com says, who's the new Twitch winner? Man, that's not necessarily true. There's 295 of you hanging out on YouTube.com right now. And in all, 689 people live right now. So we increased that number by about 80 people. We're going to generate, and user number 136 is going to win our second Alpha Pass given away on this show. 136, that's what I said, right? Right? Yes. All right.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, YouTube was right. Over on Twitch.tv, again, Diet Coco Loco is the username who said in response to, are you even real? Very. They are very real. Diet Coco Loco is very real, chat. And they're spectacular. All right.
What a great name.
I see it. I see them in the chat.
Right there. I am real, I promise, they said. Right. Oh, yeah, chat's going crazy. Congratulations.
Chat's going wild out here. Wild
Don't worry.
Out here.
It could be you next. Winning here on the live.
There it is. All right. So here we go. Here we go. I'm all finished up with my quest. So where am I headed next? I'm gonna go do another event. Missing Parts is a multiplayer space where I've only completed 1 out of 10. Let's go over there.
We should go to Missing Parts. Some people are having trouble launching Missing Parts, Joe.
That is true. The users who are having an issue with launching Missing Parts, from what we can tell right now, as this once again is not an in-house developed space, there's some pretty... How do I want to put this? There's a lot of detail.
Are there missing
parts? There's a lot of faces. They're not missing parts. They're not missing parts, but it will sometimes say lost connection because it's a very high, surprisingly high intensity experience, meaning that some of the assets that were designed in missing parts, if I was to guess, probably look more voxelized, meaning they have more faces with that kind of like textured block space on them. And that complexity
missing connection. It's missing
has
connection.
Made it. Yeah, there we go. Missing connection. There we go.
Not missing parts.
So we got some people stepping in. So if you're having an issue with
calling us out.
Unfortunately, the best answer that I can give is that your PC may be too old to do that. And once again, that's not a slight to an individual. That's an optimization thing that we have to have work on as developers and as the Sandbox game client creators. If we can make the client be more efficient, as we test here in this alpha, as we reach version 1.0, maybe this experience doesn't have that issue for everyone. But it comes down to how does the software render assets when you talk about all these different skyscrapers and what's inside my viewpoint right now. It's possible that, it's possible that we make it so that objects that are on the other side of the wall aren't seen by the user in the way that, like, I saw an old video, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but when you play a game like God of War or Tomb Raider or something, right, in the modern sense, there's always there's just a cone of things you actually render, and that is what your user sees. And as you turn, things that are off screen disappear. And that is not the case right now with our client. So if that is the case later down the road, as we continue development, things that you don't see, you don't have to render, then that would be more optimized for people with lower end PCs, or in the future, of course, mobile, as we work toward that. So definitely a priority for us, and a high priority at that.
Right.
So let's see. It
Optimization is always going to be worked on.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one that I think I've already completed, which was Find the Lost Robot. That is the only one I was able to complete. And there was another that says Roam Around. Oh no, this person got
Joseph,
a little heartbroken. What's up?
Darren over on YouTube says, just curious, is the Sandbox turning a profit as a company from an investor's perspective?
Yeah. Overhead is relatively low. The employee is the greatest expense of any business, but you don't have a materials cost per se. You have some servers, but I don't know the numbers overtly, like, as Joe, the real numbers, but I have consulted a lot of people for a lot of businesses over the years, hired over 1,000 people myself, and this is definitely going to be a profitable venture. But, also
so far so good.
Reinvesting it directly into the community by giving away a whole bunch of sand tokens. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really all about just like, is it sustainable? I think is a better question. No offense to the question itself, but, and it's easily sustainable. If we had 5% of our net revenue, it would be sustainable. So how fast can we reinvest that into the ecosystem? And that's what we're doing, what the goal is right now.
Right. And that kind of goes into another question, which was, why are you so kind and giving away so many rewards to this family? And what do we get from that? What do we get from us giving out like this and just making sure that the community itself at large that's participating gets rewards? How do we get back from that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, without revealing too many numbers, essentially, you're talking about like a less than 5% total cost overhead, usually. And so that allows us to have something like a token. And what's up, Tobin? How you doing, friend? Tobencraft here. And just dancing.
Oh, yeah.
That allows us to have the ability to do things like this, do these giveaways, and, have the basis of the economy completely on a single token. And just go like, okay, if we have a 5% of the token that we are able to, get over time, then that can support paying all the wages of the employees, right? And at the end of the day, nobody's really trying to like make a bunch of money. You know what I mean? It's all about how can we build this space, make it sustainable, make it long term, give it back to the community as much as we possibly can, and everything. It goes back to the tokenomics of the system. We have some, I don't know, total like 3 billion tokens to distribute to the community, and those are currently $3.30 or something like that a share for those tokens. So you have a lot of money that is on the table that could be used to invest into the product, into the staff, into the community, and that is the plan. Just to give back.
Right on. Dr. Evil. 3 billion, says Gold Valkyrie. Good billion. 3 billion. Gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't know why I like put my Dr. Evil pinky up, but then went like Palpatine.
You gotta.
But
it's over 9,000. Yes, I am a nerd. Alrighty. Our Stidgit over on YouTube says, I still can't load South China Post experience and the RTKFT experiences without crashing. Do you have any recommendations for me to try? My PC is a 5900X 128 RAM and PCI Gen 5. It's on an SSD.
The thing that I would recommend is to check and see if it is on a server let's try again. Uh, okay, the last one I answered. Anyway, check and see if it's on a server that's not local to your region by using a VPN and connecting to another region, wherever you are. If you're in the Asia Pacific, or if you're in India, maybe connect to the Eurozone with a VPN and see if that increases your reliability. Because it's not so much your internet connection speed, but the reliability of that connection that might be affecting you.
Right. And with missing connection here, having some issue being a little bit too PC intensive as people, do you think that the completion could be curved, like they lowered down our community challenge for the hiccups with Polygon?
Not necessarily. It's mostly about recognizing where we have new pockets of population and then opening new CDNs, or content deployment networks, all around the world. So when we get through this alpha, we can then go look at the data and say, okay, we had users that, we actually can see when you crash. On the back end, it sends like an error report automatically. So we can say, okay, 2% of users during this, alpha crashed, and 30% of those users crashed specifically on missing parts. Okay, why is that? And then we dig into that, and we go, okay, if they disconnect on Artifact, then you go, well, the Artifact servers were largely in, I don't know, Brazil. And if all the Artifact servers were in Brazil, but your disconnects were in, China, then you know that that's too far away. There's not a good solid stream connection there. And you go, okay, so we need to make sure that they're deployed differently. Things like that. So there's a lot of different aspects to look at. Is that your response there, Conrad, or has Alex joined us here on the show?
Oh no, that was me. That was me. Every once in a while, I'll be chatting in one of these. I just didn't give myself time to hop on to Twitch to reply to that person, so I used it through the restream. No worries.
Look at this duck boat.
Alrighty, and if we end up not being able to get a victory here on winning an Alpha Pass, there's still time to get a secondary one, right?
I would caution against that, only because, well, I'll put it another way. If you can claim sand, I don't recommend that you buy an Alpha Pass beyond that period. The second that you can claim sand, I say don't do it. Because if you can claim the sand, you might accidentally buy a pass that has already claimed sand. And if that's the case, then
we can still get the pass, though, right? Afterwards, even though it's already claimed the sand.
Yeah, you could. So, like, if you want to buy the pass for the collector's value of having the NFT itself, then go for it. You know what I mean? Get it on secondary, enjoy it, add it to your collection. But if you want to buy the pass for the purposes of stacking sand tokens, then that...
Well, that's just money. I'm not into the money part of it. I just want the NFT. Like,
there you go.
Here for the culture. Because I want those drops later on.
That's the thing that I caution against is all I'm saying. That because if a person had already claimed the sand, then you'd be out, whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously you're not out because you still have the NFT, but your intention was to get sand, right? So you wouldn't get the thing that you thought you were going to get, possibly.
Right. Okay. I'm into it. Well, with that, how many active users are in the sandbox? And how many passes are released today? How many?
All right. Well, so far, 5,000 of the 10,000 passes have been released. The last 5,000 are either from this live stream right here or the raffle itself. There was a specific allocation that was saved for live streams. And then, 5,000 is me rounding a little bit. And then there's the 5,000 that are dedicated to the raffle itself. In terms of users, I mentioned this, but we do have an update for it. On day 21, our dashboard monthly active users, which is the website itself, has 1.64 million active users. The Cumulative since season 2 start is up to 1.14 million users. Average session length inside the Sandbox game right now, in experiences like this one, is 42.2 minutes. All right. And yeah, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. Average quest per user is currently 55. So yeah, there's now 13,985 people who have completed level 5 so far.
Ooh. And that's actually difficult to do.
It is.
I don't trust that.
I'm not there yet.
I don't trust that there are bots that are there either. Like,
no, I wouldn't expect so.
How would you even do that?
I wouldn't expect so. But if you do see somebody that you suspect to be a bot, feel free to report them. You know, we can disable their account directly. If you see somebody running around, you know, with a nonsense username or whatever that appears to be knowing exactly what they're doing, maybe, you know, send a support ticket on Discord or something. We can look into it, see what we can do to take care of it. Bots don't do parkour that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I don't think they can do it.
So, what's the order of the couple next to the entrance? I have no idea. Burger with fries. Oh no!
Or we just trial and error it.
Oh, I totally did, and it worked. And it worked. What's the order of the blonde couple? I mean, you gotta have a margarita pizza, right? Nope. Order was wrong. Oh my goodness.
Chili on YouTube says, Joseph, we should have more game functions. Right now, we can only mostly run.
Yes.
What are some more game functions that we can do?
I absolutely agree with that. Game mechanics are becoming increasingly more sophisticated as developers are working. People like you are working with the Game Maker tool. One thing that you may have noticed, you probably weren't here for Season 1, but in Season 1 we didn't have quest mechanics like the Voxelite that helped expand the experiences. In Season 1, we didn't have very many, if any, quests, depending on what the social hub experiences were, or literally anything that said multiplayer didn't have a lot going on. There wasn't a lot of flesh to the meat of the game, right? And that has changed here in Season 2. So if... Oh, there we go. There we go. Got it taken care of. Alfred with the order. So as we continue to develop here throughout the alpha, throughout these multiple tests, we will be developing with the intent to expand these programs. The thing is, right now, the critical thing, multiplayer interaction requires a new physics engine to be built. It has been being built for some time now, but it's not done yet because it has 3 critical components that I've covered a couple different times on this stream, but there will be a significant software update coming in the future that's going to expand the number of available features for developers to work with as well. So when we get into Alpha Season 3, if the major 0.7 patch is out by then, you may see a crazy expanse of new things popping into these social hubs. If 0.7 is not ready, you may also see a wide variety of entertaining games like those that you see that say Game Jam. So how they really separate themselves, and yes, some of those do involve, jumping, hopping, slicing, whatnot, but we do have some also with variety, like the Pac Sand experience, which is essentially Pac-Man, but nonetheless, it was designed with the Game Maker, and it's showing that you can do other things. The Music Mayhem reminds me somewhat of like a Fall Guys like game, right? Where it's all about, it's a platforming, but it's a challenge. It's a puzzle. It's got a timer. It's a can you beat yourself, reach that new high score sort of thing. You've got the murder mystery in the Candyverse Game Jam experience that was created, where it is essentially playing a live game of Clue, the board game. So you go around the mansion and you discover all of the things that happened, and they're dynamic. They change. Each time you play, it's a different clue that gets you to a different solution. and you get to the end and you stand at the podium and you tell the public, hey, I did the investigation here on this murder mystery, and this is who killed him. And if you're wrong, the game ends, game over, you were wrong. And I was live, and I was wrong on the live show because I did the entire murder mystery component, but I didn't actually piece the puzzle together, in my head. And it's that dynamic choice that makes this game unique. So you have an opportunity as a person who's just hanging out right now, just playing in the alpha. You can download the Game Maker client in the Create button right here and start to make the games that you think we're missing. And then as user-generated content expands, you might be winning a game jam, like the Retro Gaming Game Jam that the announcements are coming soon on. And if you're winning the Retro Gaming Game Jam, look at this first place prize right here. First of all, the prize pool for first through 10th place in the Retro Gaming Game Jam is 50,000 sand tokens. That's over 150,000 US dollars. It's just, we're giving it back to the community for making great content. First place is getting 20,000 sand of that, right? So you're talking about $60,000, $70,000 for first place for creating a game. And this game jam was a really short window. It began on February 22nd. It ended on the 28th of February. So a week's worth of work is going to win somebody $60,000 to $70,000. And so that could be you. You could be making this, and then maybe in the next alpha, we say, hey, we had these other great contents that were released for the game jam. We liked what you were doing. Do you want us to publish it inside the next alpha? And then people will give you feedback, like people gave feedback to the Dracula's Castle experience, this Game Maker Fund experience, and you can update it as you go, do all sorts of things. So that's the whole point of the Sandbox game, is it's not us making these experiences. It's you being able to make those experiences and really expand the world beyond right now. This is just a 12 by 12 worth of experiences, but we've got 166,464 lands to fill with experiences and games. So get in there, have some fun, make something, and let's go.
Right. All the quality of life things, like for instance, being able to mute chat, remapping keys, all that stuff's getting worked on. We're just crazy early here, folks.
That's true.
Everything's cheap right now, all things considered, because of how early we are. Not financial advice. And hydrate if you can.
Hydrate? I could.
Oh, yeah.
I actually need to hydrate. I need a little snack. I need some food.
Oh, man. You know why, Joseph? Because we've already been live for an hour and a half, or hour 5 minutes here, not an hour and a half. We need to do another giveaway, my friend.
You know what? You right. Let's go. What do we want to do? I guess it's the middle now. It's the middle of all of the giveaways. So rather than do an Alpha Season Pass, let's give away a Wizzy the Green's Lucky Hat here. There's a form going out right now over on YouTube.com, Twitch.tv, and Facebook.com if you would like to win a Wizzy-themed NFT here on this show. The security question asks, where I have linked it here.
Oh, why do we?
How many Wizzy character assets are there today? And your answer for that will be 4, because Wizzy the Blue was created on a live stream like this one. Santa Wizzy was given out on a Christmas live stream where we had just 200 some users in the chat, and we gave everybody a Santa Wizzy for free. Wizzy the Golden you could win by staking some year or so ago, and then Wizzy the Green was given away on a live stream here just a couple weeks back, and the rest of them sold in the Sandbox Marketplace. Wizzy the Orange doesn't actually exist. Wizzy the Orange was meant to go out, but that number 5 isn't real. It's only 4 of them. 4.
Right. Only 4.
This one, we had to burn the asset because it was, I can't remember exactly why. I think it was a design flaw, like an animation thing or something like that. Or maybe it was when we were going to release it didn't work out. I know that it's intended to be, I think, the first drop on Polygon once the assets are there. So 4 is the question. Or the answer, rather.
Oh, yeah. When 100% means just doing all of the quests, do we have to finish level 5 as well? Or would that give you level 5, Joe?
If you complete 150 quests, you will have completed level 5. So once you complete all of the quests, you'll have 197 quests complete, and you will have green check marks on all of the experiences here. You don't necessarily have to do the game jam ones, but if you open them up, you'll get a green check mark. So I'm at 6 out of 10 right now on the missing parts experience.
Connections.
Mm-hmm. How many duck boats? I don't know, 2.
PG Live PT. If you end up getting a copyright claim on your land, if anything, when it comes to music, it'll probably just happen like it does with Twitch or YouTube. The music itself gets taken down and you can re-upload it if that's your concern there. At least that's how things for copyright goes right now. So just apply it the same way.
Is, in terms of like what you have in your lands for music, if you upload something, as is in the terms of service, you recognize that you either own the ability to redistribute it, as is in the NFT itself, or, assuming you bought like an NFT of music from Snoop or something and you wanted to publish it in your lands, or it's something unique, original that you created, or you have commercial licensing on it. If there were any issues with regards to a Digital Media Copyright Act or similar claim against your lands, then you are liable as the owner/creator that has published in the space, similarly to the way that if somebody uploaded an app on Apple's store, then you, the uploader, are responsible for any potential legal action. Now therein, of course, we can unpublish the experience if the claim is left to us. To unpublish that, we would have to comply with all legal guidelines, because otherwise the entire platform goes down for everybody. You know what I mean? So got to do it well. All right, so we have 719 people in the chat, Conrad. Things are blowing up. We're having fun. Giving away some things.
A little bit of people here.
Let's do a little RNG roll. And with the assumption that 719 is actually 750. We'll say 750 because of Twitter.com. I know there's some other folks over there. I'm going to click generate, and right now 180 will be the winner of... All right. Ooh. The winner of the Wizzy the Green's Lucky Hat NFT, which is right here. It's beautiful. Beautiful little hat right here. It's going to rotate on your screen. The winner comes from YouTube.com.
About time.
User TMO Photo had answered, how many Wizzy character assets are there today? There are 4 character assets that exist. So YouTube got themselves a win. They got a lot of them yesterday, right? That's right? YouTube got some wins.
YouTube did get some wins yesterday.
TMO Photo.
They got it.
Got themselves a Wizzy the Green Lucky Hat. And I just want to confirm something real quick before we go too deep into that.
Right now, we got 310 people watching on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a good time. And before we get too far into it, because we're already running up near the end of the show today, let's do another one.
This is for an alpha pass, though, right?
That's right. We're going to do an alpha season 2 pass here, chat. Alpha season 2 pass out over on youtube.com, twitch.tv, and facebook.com. We have our form just submitted into the chat. I'm going to go ahead and submit it one more time. This is a new form with a new question. And you can look up this question over on any outlet that you like. I happen to like coingecko.com for this. And I'll type sand. If you're close, you're close. You know, it's going to change minute to minute, second to second. But the question for security right now, to make sure that you're a human being out here on the internet, okay? Question is, how much is one sand token worth right now? And the answer, $3.38 US.
There you got it.
All right.
You got it. Here's
So
my
now you're a
lovely
human
Holly
being.
in the chat.
It's all good. If you say 340, 339, 338, you're somewhere in the ballpark. It's all good.
Right.
It's all good. Just once again, it's making sure that we're all people here. We're all human beings. We're not robots submitting into this form, because those robots, they got nothing. They got nothing. If somebody says, like user number 189981 over on twitch.tv, if somebody says $3,000, nah, dog. It's crazy. Sounds like ETH out here. Sounds like an ETH price. Right. Can I put $10? Chelios Tennis, you can do whatever you want. You just must be willing to accept the consequences of your actions.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Holly in the chat here.
Hello,
my lovely
Holly. Conrad's.
That's my significant other.
There it is.
Oh yeah, and then I'm also gonna blow the minds of some people who are loving my chair right now. This is actually just Holly's blanket. It's the same chair. It's not an Akakski chair.
It's not.
Just like that.
So far, we have 619 responses on the forum. 690 people remain in the chat. What happened, chat? What happened to the other 30 of you? What happened, chat? What happened? Where'd you go? We're hanging out.
People leaving.
Having some fun.
People going over to Twitch.
Cannot believe. Garland around the pavilion. Let's just see. Oh, wrong answer. Sure, yeah. I'll try again.
Well, as we're closing out here, let's go ahead and let's quick fire some questions as you're finishing this.
2, orange and red.
Are you ready for it?
Just smashing it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. When will the Sandbox be playable on consoles?
After it's available on mobile, which is after we get to 1.0, then we'll start that development. Consoles is a little ways, I would say a ways away from now. Currently, we are in version 0.6.23 of the PC build. And as we get closer to 1, that's going to be more features plus more optimizations and all sorts of things. So,
all right, and can I still stake sand after the 31st?
Yes, absolutely. And there will still be reward pools there. So don't worry about that. We refill it once a week.
All right. And
all right, chat.
Here we go.
We're already filled up.
Oh, you're filled up already?
We're filled up already.
We're good to go right now?
We're good to go with another giveaway answer, but feel free to ask a question as I generate another number here.
Here we go. When is that next major update for the Game Maker? Do we know that?
I don't know the exact date on that because the major update has a roadmap of features to it. So it's not just one arm. It's VoxEdit. It's the Game Maker. Okay. It's the game client. It's different features go to different groups of developers because different features have different complexities. Multiplayer, single player features, cascading like Game Maker to the parentage, right? A lot of people have been talking about the parenting and the ability to copy parented asset or objects and that kind of thing. Yeah, I bet I can. You want me to climb to the top of the tower?
Right. Okay. And then our show continues after the 31st, right?
Absolutely.
Am I out of a job after this?
Yes, sir, you do. Yes, sir. The Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show was here before and will still be here after the alpha completes. What we will do on this show going forward is we're going to help you develop great content for the metaverse, whether it be for a game jam experience or if it's for the your creations you want to put in the metaverse. Maybe you already own a land and you're looking to create something. Make an experience. Make it complete or incomplete by your view. It's all good. And then you come back here on this live stream and you say, Joe, I created an experience and it's inside the Game Maker gallery. Can you go to page number, what have you? It's titled, whatever it's titled. And then I open it up and I play it. And I play it like I'm 5 years old, right? And as I'm playing, you'll see that I will do things you did not expect me to do. I will try to break your game. And then when I do successfully break your game, you can go back inside the Game Maker and you can fix it, whatever it is, whatever that thing is that you saw me do that you didn't think I was going to do. I had a user a couple of months ago before Conrad was here hanging out with us. I was playing an experience, and they had essentially cut pathways through this like cave-like system, but there was no roof to it. It was like it was almost like I was walking through the Grand Canyon or something. And after doing the very first quest, there was a gate in my way. I couldn't figure out how to get around it. I jumped on a tree, jumped on a building, jumped over the entire wall, and went to the next part of the quest. And they were like, "No, you were supposed to go to the left." Right? And they were like, I'm not going to say they were mad, but they were not expecting me to do that. And they were talking about it in the chat like I did it all wrong. And I said, look, users are going to play like this. And that's how I'm going to play. I'm going to be the person you didn't expect. And then they later redesigned that level so that you couldn't jump on and over the walls, which forced me to go to the left when I played it again. I tried to break it again. It didn't work. And I played it as they intended it to be played. And it ended up being a better experience for it. And so that's always really the goal, is not, not necessarily to break something, but for you to see how I'm going to do it as a regular person. And then I give you that feedback. We had some other users who had built up a whole like nice, beautiful quest chain, really. And then I went through and I played it. And in playing it, it was like the quests are great. You've got a great chain of quests here, but the world it felt flat. There was a lot of elements built up in it. It had like nice farming zones and that sort of thing. But none of the characters you talked to felt like they had any emotion to them. There was no reason for them to be there. They were just like, do this. Okay, I did it. Do that. I did it. You know what I mean? And so that's what we work on normally on this show when we're not in alpha periods. And when I play through these levels, I can be and have done in the past the same thing where I've said, I feel like that could have been better. On yesterday's show, I pointed out that one of the blocks just was the wrong color, in my opinion. I would have done it differently. It doesn't mean that I'm right, but it hopefully helps you. You can't unsee it, right? Yeah. So maybe that's something to change. Is it a huge deal? Maybe not. All right. So
all right, Joseph. Who won? Who do we got?
The winner. User number 364, who answered with Sand token is worth $3.214483, which is crazy. Like, where is that? But also, that's close enough. I'd say that's close enough. On any given exchange, it might have been that right there. All right. Over on YouTube.com, that's K42. K42 is the user. All right.
K42?
K42 is the user.
Congratulations, friend.
And I see why they put that in based on their email that I'm not going to say out loud. I see why they use the username K42. Got to respect that. K42, congratulations. Yo! I see you in the chat with the butterfly logo. You're welcome. It's fun. It's fun giving away.
Hype.
You know what I mean? We're not done. Not done. It's only 8:21 p.m. my local time. We go till 8:30 here, and we got one more for you. And I'm giving you the end of the stream curveball here. And I'm gonna start dancing with Tobin. All right, I gotta dance out here. I can't just not dance.
Are we dancing?
I'm dancing right
Dance
now.
Party up.
Dancing with Vox House Pizza. All right, pizza's in the house. Pizza. Your username is Pizza. That's pretty nice.
Just pizza.
I mean, it's got a one, but
love some pizza.
It's pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? All right. So this question is an objective question. I'm putting it in there. The form is going out right now over on youtube.com, twitch.tv, and facebook.com. In the meantime, the question
make people
is up to you. All right. You tell me. You tell me who's the number one voxel artist in the Sandbox Metaverse today. You tell me. This is one I'm going to go back on the forum. It's an objective answer. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's Conrad. You don't know. Anybody. Whoever you think is making great art right now, let me know. So I can shout them out, so I can start following them over on Twitter.
Oh, it's not. It's definitely not me.
Black Xer over on youtube.com says it's you. I disagree with that. There's some beautiful things being made, and it's not me. It
is definitely not us.
I really like doing the animation part, but the raw creating in VoxEdit, I'm not very good at, if I'm honest. I love the animation part, but I've seen people make some crazy stuff where I'm like, whoa, how do they do that?
Right. These people are too good at what they do.
They're good. It's good stuff.
PandaPops does great
is
stuff.
A very good nominee. I would agree. I've seen some community members making some crazy good stuff. recently. Crawford asks, what's Alex's last name? Florez.
You don't got to put in the full name, though.
You don't have to, but it's okay. I get it.
Oh, man. Have any contest giveaways given out right now, Joe?
We are on giveaway number 5 on this live stream. And we are going to continue to do those. Not today, though. You're going to have to join us as we are wrapping up. We're in the last 7 minutes or so of the show. I just was able to complete Missing Parts by Celsius online, and I'm on my way.
And if you're having trouble getting into Missing Parts, it might be that it's just a little too PC intensive.
It's true. There's a lot of complex assets like this one that I'm actually looking at right now. This has so many faces on it.
Wild.
I can see why there's some complexity. That is one giant asset. You can tell because you can't like jump into it, that they designed it as one giant object. Even though it appears to have a little I finished the game.
A massive asset.
Massive asset. Yes. Rad Condad.
I am an adult. It's
You're
so thick.
You're an adult. Can you not right now?
You know I can't help it when it gets to the end of the live. All right. The real Dirty Dan asks, OS activity showing nobody has claimed anything today. Will I get an email on being a Twitch winner? How do I contact you? You will get an email,
yes. The email that you put in the forum, I put back down into, back down to the team to put on the whitelist. So
there we go.
So everybody's kind of in the same boat where it's not really a big deal. We'll all get that as it
we're just
becomes
waiting.
Available. Yeah,
just waiting.
As long as you're completing your quests, the actual day that anybody could have possibly claimed sand would have still been on the 1st of April. So we got time. It's all good. You'll get an email as soon as they're out on distribution.
And Red Castle 88 and Sig Heart mode. I want to know how to become an ambassador. Red Castle wants to know for the Spanish community, and Sig Heart mode wants to know for the Philippines community.
Sure. So the ambassador program is largely by I'm going to say notoriety. We, as ambassadors, will see that you are helping people. And when you are helping people, then, we know that you want to do it because you like the community, you're engaged, and you're ready to participate in the community regardless of the reward, potentially. And then ambassadors will typically join the ambassador program not knowing, because they are good community members, that we're going to do it anyway, that there was any such thing as a reward for helping. And then we give back to you because you've been a good person, you've been helping. And it's a pretty straightforward process, but it ends up being kind of an ad hoc thing where you say, great, thank you for your help. And as you continue to help, I ask for proofs of those helps as we get later on, when you are an ambassador, and then serve a reward to those people. And
I had to take the video after we're done here and send it to Joseph, telling him that, yes, we did this
together. But nonetheless, I still have to check it.
Right.
And be like, yeah, that was real. We helped. Thank you. And once again, it's just a kind of a thank you for already having helped. And that's kind of how that goes. So if you are the kind of person who is heavily already actively helping a bunch of people, and you can help in a way that maybe I don't get exposed to very well, or others, the other ambassadors maybe, when ambassadors tell me that a person has been helping, that helps me determine whether they should be nominated, per se. Technically, one of my roles in the company is lead ambassador, where I directly talk to our other community managers and say, did you see this person helping people? And then they're like, yeah, that seems like a good idea. And we are about to expand some of our ambassadorship and are looking for a couple people from the internal community, and for one specific community that isn't being reached, but it's neither of those two. And I won't go into the full details therein, but for some of those regions where we just don't have help. There we go. Here's a quest. I need this quest. I think I messed up with my boyfriend. Oh no.
Got me quick.
Oh my goodness, Romeo. called him by the name of my ex. He was so mad at me, I didn't mean it. I have no excuse. Alhan and Julian are not even close words. I'm just stupid. Wow. Could you do me a favor? Could you speak to them for me? Sure, yeah. Probably near the pavilion. They go there when they're mad. I mean, to be fair. Whoa! Oh no! Oh good, there's a staircase I can walk out of here. I thought it was going to be a pitfall. Near the pavilion. Where's that pavilion? Is it over here?
Ooh.
Yes.
When can we start using controllers?
Currently, there is unofficial support for controllers. If you can remap your controller using external software, then you can use a controller now. Some users have put tutorials about that out on Twitter for Mac, and I think some other video tutorials for PC as well. But in terms of official controller support, that probably won't be until after we have other more tangible features in the Game Maker client and the game client and the mobile release, I think.
Right.
But, you know, controller support is not that hard. So if the demand is exceptional, if the community makes it quite clear that that's a priority for the community, then it could get pushed up on the list.
Okay.
But I can say that it's not even on the version 0.7 list right now.
Oh, okay. So it might be a second.
Yeah, it would be a while, for sure.
Well, Joseph, as we're getting to the final minute of our live here.
Yes, sir.
And we're closing it out, closing up some questions, but Mr. Dangerous wants that email. He never got it. Mr. Dangerous never 99 wants that personal email. He wants to save it. Probably put it up on his wall.
Which email?
For getting an alpha pass, I believe. Congratulations email. He got the pass, but he never got...
I recognize this user, Conrad.
Right.
I recognize this user in the chat.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So there's about 950 people in the chat right now.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, 750, not 950. 750 people. So I rolled out my RNG. I did 1 through 750. I hit generate. User number 92 wins.
Okay.
In answering the question, who is the #1 voxel artist in the Sandbox Metaverse today? They said, maybe me, one day. And I like that answer. That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
And the winner over on twitch.tv is Raikonos. Did I say that right? Raikonos?
No.
Recognize that user in the chat, right?
Dang.
Congratulations. Congratulations, user number 92.
92?
And I can't wait to see you in the metaverse. You know, I haven't seen you running around, but maybe we'll see you running around soon. Woo!
We'll see you soon. Gotta get it.
Super hype.
Can't make
super hype. Now I'm seeing a question here in the chat as we're blowing through all the GGs and congrats. Hatchie says I won the first week on the Twitter contest and this week on the stream. Hatchie? Will I receive the Alpha Pass or another NFT prize? Hatchie, as I mentioned usually on this show, when this question comes up, a user is not eligible to win both. So Hatchie, actually, you were one of the 3 people that allowed me to do more giveaways today because you on the whitelist can only win once for the giveaways. So that means that congratulations, you did win, but you were one of the super lucky people that won twice. But really, if you've already won in the contest, you don't have to enter in the stream because you can't win twice. So
I'm going to say it now, Hatchie. Do not buy lottery tickets right now. You're not going to win.
Woo! So,
alrighty.
Thank you, everybody. It's 8:32 p.m.
Hold on, Joe. I know we're over, but I got to answer some of these. Okay. Some people still got some things that haven't been answered. Okay, so we got some of that out of the way. All right. Well, what happens if we're not able to get 100% completion for the 31st? What happens if I can't get 100% of the quests?
If you already have if you have won an Alpha Season 2 pass, then let's show you what that looks like. You can go on the website, you can click Alpha, you can click Rewards, and you can see the total rewards that are currently estimated to be awarded to me. I've completed 70 out of the 50 quests required to finish level 5 personally. This is Joe's numbers for you right here. Okay. It says I own a Season 2 Alpha Pass, so I can't participate in the upcoming raffle. Okay. I have 576 sand that I would be rewarded if I did nothing at all. That is my reward at the end of the season right now. When I could click claim on April 1st, it would be 576. It's pretty good. That's a lot of, I mean, what is that math wise? Like 1,700
it's like
US dollars or something?
Right.
It's pretty good. That's a nice reward for playing and earning, If you didn't win a season pass in the raffle, however, the only way to get a sand reward is by the airdrop, the surprise amount that's coming to those people who get 100%. So if you would like to win both, then having 100% and winning in the raffle or winning in a giveaway here would actually give you both. If you don't want to win both, or you don't believe that you're going to win a pass, then it doesn't hurt to complete 100% because you still get the airdrop. But regardless, if you complete 100%, you get a nice bonus on top of the potential reward here. So, you got some options. All right, Conrad, what's up next?
Okay. How many people can be in an instance at once right now?
The hypothetical maximum, and we go over it all the time, is 40. So if I type /instances right now, there's 34 people in this experience, and after it gets to 30, it rolls a new server up. So you can see I've got 34 here. There's 28 in instance 22596. There's 6 more in 22832 because probably the other 28 filled up. So it will not try to put more people in this instance, but people could manually type /join and go to 22778 and they would be here in mine. When it gets to 40, it's going to try to push people down to another server. If everybody joins all at once, then it can go over 40. The largest amount that we've ever seen was in Alpha Season 1, I think, at about 120 people in a single instance. And it was a little laggy, we'll say. A little laggy. It wasn't bad for me, but I have a gig service on a wired connection. Some of the users, though, you could see them kind of chopping through the space. So once again, we're continuing to optimize the netcode for the multiplayer connectivity with the long-term goal of having that, of course, work very well, but then also be able to have user-to-user interaction with objects and things like that, which is going to be its own thing later that could make things feel a bit laggy. So anyway, working on those subsystems is the intention of the alpha as we continue to develop.
All right. And then our friend Cram wants to know, any update on Snoopverse? Been holding on to that pass since December.
Yeah, the Snoopverse itself is under development by Snoop's team. So I can't give you an update on that, unfortunately, because it's not my team to run or interact with or work with. It's similar to the way that you have these like Game Maker Fund experiences. Partners look to developers to build in their partner spaces. Maybe that could be you for the Bored Ape Yacht Club or the South China Morning Post or CyberKongs or something. That could be you. In fact, I know Blaze Games specifically was somebody like you. These 4 folks out of Australia that all came together on a live stream, and then they started creating content for game jams. They were successful in doing that, and then they took that portfolio and went to the studio of, I think, CyberKong specifically, and said, hey, we already do this. We know what we're doing. We can do it for you. And they were like, great, cool, yeah, we'll pay you. Let's go,
Right.
So real jobs happening in the metaverse.
Total Chad saying Dr. Dre and Eminem working on VoxEdit right now. I
mean, I don't think so. I don't think they are. I've seen some of the videos. I don't know if you follow Snoop specifically, but they do record. I know that was just a joke, but they do like these cool like behind the scenes videos of like the new stuff, like the Snoop Dogg's 4Play experience. They showed him that like right before it went live. And like get his feedback and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, Shram wants to know, do daily viewers get an alpha pass?
Not necessarily. We do have a limited number that is allocated for the live streams. And I want to make sure that we get the maximum amount that I can out of that number in terms of like what I can give away. And that was predetermined before the alpha started so that we made sure that we don't accidentally give away too much out of the 10,000 passes, meaning somebody doesn't get one because they're limited as NFTs. So I can't do the Oprah thing and be like, you get a pass and you get a pass. I can't do that, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have an Oprah moment.
Be funny. I mean, we did it for the Wizzy Santa a long time ago, but.
Well, actually, we did it just the other day with Alex, just last week.
Oh, that's true.
Wizzy the Green. So that was
fun. He gave away like 15 of those. It was crazy.
It was wild. You guys got to be here. We got Jopra.
Jopra.
You sound like it sounds like Deepak Chopra at that point. I probably butchered that.
I love that this bottle's invisible. I love that this bottle is invisible. It does. It makes me happy.
All right, gamers. As we're finding somebody to raid, our final question.
Okay.
In terms of the future of the metaverse, do you think the Sandbox could stand as number one? And how do you plan to make it sustainable for players and investors? The most loaded question I could have had for you.
That's not that loaded. Yes. The interesting thing about the Sandbox Metaverse, it is what you make it. And with that, absolutely, it can be the number one metaverse. The question is, or really what makes it that, is our continued partnerships, our continued willingness to be interoperable, our continued willingness to listen to the community and develop based on what the community needs and wants in that time. Development takes, of course, longer than, I'm going to put it out tomorrow, but we're making a tool that you can have no skill with making games and figure this out in a week or two and get something out there and then take feedback and learn new skills and push it to another level. And within 3 months, you're a top level creator in this space, right? And in terms of economy, yeah, absolutely. If once all of the sand is distributed, not even a loaded question for me. Once all the sand is distributed, if you make, Tobin Craft's character that you see there, and that's just an example. If you make this character and you publish it on Sandbox.game on the marketplace, you publish it for 50 sand, and it will actually get published for 50.25 sand. Or, I'm sorry, 52.5 sand. And that extra 2.5 goes to the Sandbox for the infrastructure portions. And it goes to the Sandbox for the season rewards portions. And as a creator, if you want to make an experience like what you're seeing here by the missing parts by Celsius Online, you can choose to have it gated by an NFT if you want. So you get the sales of the NFTs similar to when people sell disc video games.
Right.
You could make it so that people have to pay to access it, similar to an arcade where you go, hey, it's going to cost 0.1 sand to come in, or 1 sand or whatever, to play this experience once. And they go, okay, yeah, that's $1 or that's 25 cents or whatever it may be. And you get 1 million people. We have over 1 million people who are in the dashboard on the website at sandbox.game this month. So if you get 1 million people to go into your experience and pay you $1, you're a millionaire. You know what I mean? And what do you do with that sand? Do you use that to just cash it out? Probably not, because you're going to go, wow, I made a lot of money. This is a great place to be. This is a great place to create. And you would invest it in more assets or an artist or a designer to make the next 4 levels because you bought 5 lands now, So it really is something that's pretty easy to see how it works. You just have to get into it. And a lot of people are just coming in to play it now. They're learning that they could be creators tomorrow. Woo!
Right.
So, Conrad.
Alrighty. Who do we got?
As is tradition, on this live stream, we're going to go raid
we're dancing it out.
On Twitch.tv. Your first name Looks like they're streaming for the first time over on twitch.tv. So we're going to go hang out with them with 327 users over on twitch.tv right now. I'm going to queue up this raid for at YOURFIRSTNAME over on twitch.tv. If you'd like to join us, YouTube, feel free. Join us over at Sandbox on Twitch. If you'd like to join on Twitter, you can do the same. I'm going to raid right now with 287 viewers.
Real quick, shout out to Kyle there and his doggy. Zoom in on that guy.
That's right. What's up?
He wants it. Doggy? He's thirsty for the shout out.
What's up, doggy?
Thirsty.
What's up, doggy? There's 3 Snoop avatars in this video right now. Look at this.
I love it.
T-Spankster, Punish 31. This is the first example of a 10K avatar-based project translated directly into the Sandbox game. The first, because it won't be the last. Thanks for joining us, Twitch. We'll see you 288 people later.
We did our last giveaway, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're
good. Woo!
Raid.
See you guys later.
Woo!
Chat, we rated.
Oh.
Thank you, YouTube. Thanks, Twitter. Thank you for watching over on Facebook.com, DLive, and Theta. You guys are great. We're going to be back with more. It's just Thursday, my local time. That means Friday, we got some more content for you here on this show, doing more giveaways, of course. And hanging out with you, answering your questions as you need them answered. Thank you again. Thank you, Conrad.
Doot.
Conrad.
See you later, Gravity.
After this, you want to play a little video game? You want to do some video games?
We're going to play a little video game. Look what I just opened up. Oh,
yeah. Little Red Bull. Look at this. This guy's ready to party, dude. I got like my foot-tall Mountain Dew. We're going to go party.
Let's do it, Joe.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
See you later, everybody.